Right, we've worked out how this dash works. So let's start from turning it on. Shut up you before you bark. Dog's been barking every time we turn it on. So that's how your dash appears when you switch it on. If you go up and down on the little joystick thing, it goes through your menu at the bottom. So it runs through your coolant, your average fuel, instant fuel, economy, trips, both trips, and then trip 1, and then back to air temperature and your mileage. So that's easy enough. You then press the mode switch, which brings up your other screen, which is your mode screens. So we're in power 2 at the minute, which is explore mode. If you rock it down, it takes you to sport, back up, explore. Off-road, traction control, you rock it down, it takes you to street, and if you hold it down, it turns the traction control off altogether, which you then have to turn the bike off and back on again, I think, to get it back to working. We'll soon find out. So back on, mode switch, yeah, power 2 and explore, traction control in street or off-road, slide control off-road or street, braking control on or off. So the braking control is what angle it's leant at to how hard it will brake. So if you hammer the brakes and you leant over, the braking control will back the brakes off so you don't lock the front. ABS on, we're back into power. So if you go down on your select switch, you can turn the rear off is 1 click. You hold it down again, it turns it off completely. To turn it back on again, you just press the ABS button and everything goes back to normal. With ABS off, the braking control is also off. So if you go off, so it switches that braking control off altogether. Now you can't select it on or off, it's just off. So as soon as you switch your ABS off, it reverts back to braking control goes off. Simple as that. So yeah, that's how you work all your power modes. So sport, explore, traction control, street and explore, off-road, slide control, street and off-road, and then your braking control. So that's how you work your dash. Just cruise control is self-explanatory. You press it on, you get the cruise control symbol. You press it again, you get the limiter symbol. Oh, the phone's bouncing all over the place, what's all that about? And then once again turns it off. Simple as that. You've got a new indicator switch on this now, which is the same as the other new Yams. So if you press it once, indicator flashes. 3 times, if you press it hard, it stays on, and then you flick it again and it turns the indicator off. So if you half a press, it flashes 3 times, I think, and then goes off. Self cancels, and then if you press it hard, it stays on, and you just press it again, switches it off. So the dash is really easy to use. Now I've worked it all out. Yeah, mint. Obviously, if you go onto this menu, it gives you your dash options. So themes, settings, which is all the maintenance settings. You can connect your phone to it, so you can have all your apps showing, your music, and it'll allow you to do turn by turn sat nav. So if you put your sat nav Google Maps on your phone and then put them on a quad lock and you turn the screen off, it will come up on the bottom of the screen there. You turn by turn, messages will show, and of course then you can scroll through your phone thingy. But yeah, I'll mince that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, that's the new T7 World Raid. Like I say, it's got its different steering damper on it now, which is pretty trick. The tanks are slightly different shapes, they're more angular. That casing there with the Yamaha sticker on, that's a different looking casing, different colour. front braided lines. These also look more robust than the standard than the old ones. The old ones are really flimsy. These are quite tough looking with a tough looking outside. The others were really flimsy. I mean, they move, but they don't bend inwards. The other ones used to push in on the standard ones. KYB forks still, KYB short. There's not really a lot they've changed. It's aesthetically a little bit different from the front end. The headlights are slightly different shape, I think. Same Brembo brakes, front and rear. Brakes are stunning. The ABS system is amazing. They've still got that, I call it a paw rear brake lever. The shadows, and Mrs. got the washing online. So basically the rear brake lever is not the best, and as a lot of people know, you can buy an ADV, Camel ADV, they call it the fix, and it is amazing when you put one on. Absolutely incredible. Oh, and these panels now on the rear, so this panel, that panel and the opposite panel are 3 pieces, whereas before it was a single piece. So if you broke one side, it was a case of you had to buy a new piece, a whole new piece. But this is just single panels. These panels also are different shapes compared to the old one, but yeah, it's pretty much the same bike, just a little bit, let's say, aesthetically different. Tanks look huge with it being white, they look massive. But yeah, really nice to ride. It's typical Teneré to ride. The seating position's really nice when you sat on it. But yeah, there you go. That's a new wheeled raid.